Federal headship.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of West, because they don't understand covenant headship. Adam, like I said, Adam was our covenant mediator. And he represented all of humanity. So when he sinned, when he rebelled against God, Adam was essentially the first atheist in the sense of someone who's against God. Like,
I don't think Adam had a disbelief in God. He seems to have a pretty steady belief about God the entire time.
Again, words don't mean anything. People mean words. In this
words mean something.
No, negative.
Punish children for the crime of their parents?
No, but no. Let me explain something to you. Okay, first off, like words do, people do mean with words. Words change over time. Like the first definition of the word atheist was actually directed at Christians. So it's depending on how you're using the word.
Dynamic, but that doesn't mean that words don't mean anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Words come and say.
Words in themselves do not mean anything. Words do not have any meaning in themselves. People mean with words. People attribute definitions to words.
Well, of course. I mean, that is how language works. But you can't just use the word atheist. I mean, why would I mean if I'm just going to go? Why don't I just say that Satan was the first Christian? Would that be okay? I mean, as long as by Christian I mean the one who rebelled against God, then yeah, clearly we can just say that, right?
Words are immaterial. It doesn't mean that they don't have meaning.
Yeah, I mean, they still have to be based. Now,
why would he use them if they didn't have meaning?
Atheism is atheism. So I mean, yes, it is a disbelief in the theological claims. Now, if you can make the case that Adam somehow disbelieved in the theological claims, I mean, I don't know how you could make that stick. He walked with God, he talked with God, he pleaded with God, he apologized to God. I mean, he made excuses to God. At what point did he say, God, I don't believe in your tenets or the claim of your existence?
Okay, just forget that, like, because we're going off on a rabbit trail.
Sure.
What I originally said was Adam. Okay, forget that I said Adam was the first atheist, because we're gonna just have to agree to disagree on words meaning things.
You said today that there was no such thing as an atheist. Do you stick to that?
Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, like Adam Adam rebelled against God because he didn't want to lose Eve. Like Eve was deceived. The Bible is perfectly clear that Eve did not sin. Eve was deceived, and Adam did not want to lose her. Adam was supposed to bring down curses upon the serpent, and pretty much kick the serpent out of the garden and lead creation and worship to God. But Adam freely chose to rebel against God because he didn't want to lose his wife. And because he did that, because he was our covenant representative, we all sinned in Adam.
Have you ever seen a serpent that can talk?
Have I ever seen a serpent that can talk?
Yeah, you really expect me to believe that the serpent deceived a woman?
According to your worldview, no, I wouldn't.
Well, our worldview is the one that is complaining about experience with serpents. Now, I have had a bit of experience with serpents. I've never had any talk to me, nor have I had any that weren't crawling along the ground. God seems to think that that's a punishment for the serpent. Now, I'm curious about the idea of this, that God somehow was giving Adam free reign to choose or not to choose. It seems like God set up the situation so that Adam would have to choose. He puts the tree in the middle of the garden. He makes the fruit accessible and pleasing to the eye, and he makes the serpent be able to find it. Now, and both of the two people who are not supposed to eat it.
But that's the thing. A lot of people, they just focus on that one tree. Like Adam had access to pretty much everything else out there, but the devil was able to make him focus on that one tree that he didn't have.
Yeah, I mean,
wasn't your supposed tree supposed to contain the knowledge of good and evil? And so somehow they're supposed to know good and evil before they pick the apple that reveals good and evil? Not that I think that apples can contain good and evil or anything, because that's obviously ridiculous. But
the original sin was not eating fruit. Like, yeah, that was what acted out, but the original sin was Adam and Eve, was Adam wanting autonomy from God. He did not want, he wanted to be separate. He wanted to be separate from God.
so your God God's
to
jealous
achieve.
and petty.
No, he's not jealous. Okay.
Well, why would your God be earthy and all powerful?
And God gave him a command.
Why does your God need Adam?
Out there, but what?
Why does your God need Adam?
He doesn't need Adam.
Why
Adam
doesn't
needs
he just
God.
leave him alone instead of being a dick about the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Like,
He could just grant him autonomy and not be an asshole.
okay.
Well,
Adam
okay.
as a creature, we're all dependent upon God. Every
I'm
single
not.
one of us.
I'm not.
You are. You
Let me ask
like
you a serious question, okay?
in God.
Let me ask you a serious question. Do you think that you're created in God's image?
Yeah. All of us are.
So God has a tiny penis then?
That was rude.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Anyways, he may not. God, anyways, is what I'm talking about. So let's just look at. Dave, you seem pretty familiar with the story here of the Garden of Eden. I've always had a few questions about it here. So let me just take up one and we'll see where it goes from there. God creates the Garden of Eden. He claims that he puts man, Adam, in the garden to what does he say? Dress it and to keep it. And then he shows them the tree of knowledge, points out that this is the tree, I've given you all the other trees here, but in the middle of the garden, or in the midst of the garden, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and thou shalt not eat it. In the day thou eat it, thou shalt surely die, he says. Okay. Then right after that, he decides that man should not be alone and decides to make women. Now why would he wait until after women were made? Or why would he wait till after he had given the command not to eat the apple to make women? Why would God do that? Why not make women beforehand? He knew Adam was going to be lonely. He knows the future apparently. He could have given the command directly to the woman, and yet decides to make her afterwards. Why is that?
If you go to Genesis chapter 127, it says, "Let us make man in our image," and therefore God made man in His image, male and female. He created them. So I mean, God already planned before that.
The story gets clarified afterwards that he makes man, makes or
Like,
tells him about the tree and then makes women. I mean it wasn't that he created man and was like, oh shit, I should create women too. No, he already planned to create both of them in his image. So why not give the woman the benefit of first-hand information? Why make her the relegated to second-hand law given if the consequences are going to be so dire? Is it to set up women? Is it set up to women to be the ignorant one who makes the fall? And if that's the case, then isn't God playing favorites?
Adam was the one who actually took most of the responsibility. Adam was supposed to be the leader, and since he failed at leading his wife, so therefore he got the blame. Eve did not get the blame.
She had childbirth. That seems pretty fair.
Okay, but like it says in First Timothy, Eve was not the seed. Eve was not the one who sinned. Adam was the one who sinned.
Is that the case?
That's not what most Christian sects believe, but that is the case.
Yeah, that's what I heard, but I'll take your word on that. That was in what did you say, First Timothy?
It was either First or Second Timothy. Yeah, First Timothy.
And so why is that such a big problem for your God that he couldn't forgive them?
Because he's an infinite and holy God.
Infinitely forgiving?
God can, okay. When it comes to, like, sin is a serious thing. It's a serious issue. Like, it's against an infinite and holy God. He can't just arbitrarily just wave that off.
So he's not all merciful.
He's all merciful. He's also a judge. If you saw a murderer get let off, okay, are you familiar with the Trayvon Martin case?
I'm familiar with the media version, yeah.
The media version? Okay,
I know what I've seen in the media. I wasn't at the trial.
No, okay, I'm not even going to discuss that. Okay, anyways, if you saw a murderer that was on trial, and the judge just said, you know what, and all the evidence was against this murderer, and the judge said, you know what, I'm just going to forgive you and just let you off the hook. pretty bad, right?
No, because he wouldn't do that. He'd give him 20 years to life.
No, okay, I'm
He wouldn't give him.
the judge.
Like, if you saw someone murder someone, if you saw a judge
No, now you're
convict
taking
someone
my
of
scenario.
murder, you see a judge convict someone of murder, and his punishment was eternal torture, and every descendant of you for the rest of history shall live in sin and owe sacrifice to that judge. Would you think that was fair?
Again, that judge is not getting it with God. But I'm saying that you're changing that scenario. I'm saying if that judge...
Yeah, you're making an analogy, and I'm using your analogy.
Hold on. Let me finish what I was going to say. If that judge, like, if that earthly judge, like, had this murder in front of him, all the evidence was stacked against him, he knew definitively that this murder, that this guy committed murder, and instead of convicting him, he just said, you know what, I'm just going to let you go. Let you go on the street. Would you be okay with that?
Well, first of all, the judge isn't
Answer the
victim in the
question.
situation. What if the victim, what if the person that got murdered, what if their mother forgave the murderer? Would you be okay with that?
Okay, answer the question. If the judge just let the murderer go, would you be fine with that?
Like I say, the analogy fails because the judge isn't the victim of the murder.
Again, answer the question. The judge, this murderer, this person is on trial. All the evidence is against him, stacked against him. He is a murderer. He murdered this person. And the judge just says, you know what, I'm just going to let you go. Would you be okay with that?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be my place, but I mean, we have laws in place, so the judgment is whether he's innocent or guilty, not what the sentence would be. And it wouldn't be his place to forgive him. It would be the place of the people that were injured by the murder. And most of them would probably end up forgiving the murderer without requiring a blood sacrifice.
If the judge just let that murderer go, like go back on the streets, would you be okay with that?
Hey,
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be my place. Like the bar would suspend him, and he would get removed from his position, and they would put in a new judge. I mean, it wouldn't even happen.
Just one
It's not my place.
just one
I'm not
question.
the judiciary committee, right? Like that would be
Hey.
for them to look at.
Just one
I mean,
question.
it does happen. Like what happens sometimes is they'll when you plead insanity, you don't end up getting the sentence. You end up getting help.
Dave, I mean, there's a serious problem here. I mean, you're pointing to a specific situation in which there's a subjective, judgment call that's going on here. And in that way, I mean, you're proving our point that morality is a subjective judgment. And I mean, I don't see how you're getting around it with your.
No, I'm asking him. Okay, Jonathan. Okay, I'm asking if would you be okay with the judge just letting a murder go?
It depends on the situation. And I mean, you have to make situational information in order to make that judgment call. And I don't see how you can make a proclamation objectively either way.
Yeah, you started with Trayvon Martin. Like, what was the point of that?
I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, so Trayvon Martin got off, and how does that relate?
Hey,
Okay.
I just have to tell you one thing. David, that was me not.
Murderer got off, sorry.
Hey, I just gotta tell you one thing. It's completely off the topic. David, that was so me just knocking. I realized I had a piece of your mail, so I slid it under your door.
Oh really?
Yeah. But I couldn't get it all.
Looks like we're gonna have a live mail opening sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it all. I couldn't get it all the way into the door, but I got it most of the way. So.
No, okay. I thought that was her mom knocking.
No.
Cool. Dave, I looked up that Bible verse, and it would appear to be the opposite of what you said. I mean, it says that Adam was not the one deceived. It was the woman who was deceived, and she became a sinner. But women will be saved through childbearing if they continue in faith, love, holiness, and with propriety.
No, Adam was not the one who was deceived.